Hi everybody, this is Ellie. Thanks so much for joining me today for a video where I flip through the month of January in my Hobonichi cousin Avec. This is my custom cover from Yard and the Leathersmith. I've done a whole walkthrough and review of it in my first cousin video, so I will link that up above. So January has mostly been about learning what's working for me, what I like, what I don't like, and it's been pretty fun. Nothing on these pages. Here I've filled in my videos when I posted them, my Instagram numbers, YouTube numbers, and any money that I've earned from Google AdSense. Down here I still have to write a comment or two from the month of January, and I really like this. I like seeing my videos in one space like this, and it's fun to see the subscriber numbers up there as well. Then we come to my January monthly. I love this spread. I've done something like this since 2019 in my Hobonichi A6 size, and it's fun to have more real estate. These are some holographic monthly stickers from Shine Sticker Studio, and I love them. They're beautiful. Love the size and that they're transparent. And here I just go through and write something for each day, whether it's a fun memory or maybe it could be a mood, how I was feeling. And I choose a sticker to best represent that for most days. A couple of days here, like the first Leafs game, I just drew in my maple leaf as well as the puzzle piece and the podcast headphones. I do also practice my hand lettering, which is something that I really enjoy. If you do have any questions about anything you see, please feel free to ask in the comments. I can't link every sticker here, but I am happy to help if you are looking for something in particular. Then we head into my weeklies, and I've had a lot of fun with these pages. Fun and a little bit of frustration, I'll be honest with you. I'm still figuring out my groove in these spreads. One thing I have been doing is writing gratitude each day at the bottom. And this is all memory keeping. Again, I pull from my sticker stash and I just write things that we've done that day. This is a minimal kit from Planner Monkey Co. and I love it. It has the gray date covers up here. I have everything in here, big and tiny. I mean, there's not really much big happening with me right now, but you know, laundry. We picked up some Swiss chalet for dinner, cleaned my desk. That must have been a big clean because I swear I have to clean it every day. This is a kit from Shine Sticker Studio. So I didn't use all of it. It was, I think, a 3-page kit or something, but I know I can use every kit I have. I think will span multiple weeks. And I also use pieces of them in my dailies. So here I used a couple of boxes as well. First Leafs game, you know, I had an appointment, organized our linen closet. But this is fun. This one has, I think, more stickers and just less writing than the first spread. This is from a Happy Planner sticker book. On this spread, I didn't use any kit and I tried something new by watercoloring up at the top here. I'm reading the Daily Stoic every morning as part of my morning routine, and I thought it might be nice to write down the kind of topic they have for each day, just to jog my memory, hopefully. And I like writing it down. I don't love it up in this spot. I think I prefer this spot to be for any special occasions that are day specific, like birthdays, holidays, something like that. I used the Uniball 0.7 on this page, on this whole spread. Well, nope, not on the whole spread, on most of it. Whereas on all the other ones, I've used the 0.5. I do actually like how the thicker nib makes it a little bit darker and pop more off the pages, so I think I will play around more with that. And I used some washi dots just to highlight some of these notes. This is okay. I like the look of it. It's not one of my favorites. I do really like writing sideways. This was inspired by Sarah Martinez and her Nolty planner. She just posted a flip through, so if you haven't seen that, I will link it down below, but I love how she's using hers. These I think are just a little too big. I think I would prefer them layered with some other stickers, so that's something to note. Still going strong with my gratitude. This is a kit from Create with Pen. It's beautiful and I love how soft it is. It's not actually sized for the cousin, but I thought it worked perfectly. I've moved my Daily Stoic to this side section and I like that a lot better. I really like how this one turned out. I usually choose a Tombow as well to kind of do any highlights, or if there's anything time specific, which there isn't in this spread, down on the side. Paul and I were watching his Dark Materials, so these polar bear stickers from an old Sticky Club set are really, really appropriate. And this brought us right to the end of January. So I had a lot of fun with this and I am definitely still playing around. And then we moved to the daily pages. So I did go ahead and create this template at the beginning of the month inspired by Zoe at Stationery Squirrel, as well as a section for highlights, and that was inspired by Lori at Love to Plan Lori. It was fun to think back and pull some memories. I didn't put, 6 dots beforehand. I just thought about what stood out for me and made it all fit. For New Year's Day, I pulled this quote from a Real Simple magazine. "When you wake up in the morning, Pooh," said Piglet at last, "what's the first thing you say to yourself?" "What's for breakfast?" said Pooh. And I love that. It just reminds me to be in the moment, and I thought breakfast, beginnings, just a nice way to start the year. I have a picture of Paul, Cole, Desi, and I, and my brother made tempura, which is something traditional that my dad's side of the family does on New Year's Day, but obviously we weren't able to get together, so my brother carried that on at home. Some journaling and doodling. This was a tutorial I followed by Shada Campbell, practicing my pen shading. This is another idea I have gotten from Sarah Martinez. She will print out her video thumbnails. I don't know if she's still doing it, but she has shown how she prints out her video thumbnails and puts them on the page that the video goes up. It's fun to see and have a record of. So one of the things that I do every morning is I pull an affirmation card. I did show these in another video. I don't remember which one. I think it was my other cousin one that I've already linked. But I have this set here called Feel the Glow, and I think they're beautiful. They don't all resonate with me, so the ones that don't, I've just put out and left in the bottom. But my desk has a magnetic section, so I use my Oliclip, and this is today's card. So again, they're beautiful. I pull one every morning, or I try to, and then I hand letter it and just write a little bit about it, whatever it makes me think of. Sometimes I will just rewrite it a couple of times to, help it settle in. Not every day is going to have journaling or anything. You'll see quite a few blank ones besides the affirmation. I was practicing my hand lettering with some zebra mild liners, my Tombow Fudenosuke in the hard tip. That's what I use for my affirmations. This is another picture from a Real Simple magazine. I had a subscription in 2019, so the magazines that I haven't used yet, I am still pulling pictures from. And I've just lettered this quote that says, "A society grows great when old men plant trees in whose shade they know they shall never sit." And that's a Greek proverb, and I used a brown mild liner brush pen for that. My first order from Shine Sticker Studio, and this is part of a card that Paul's grandma wrote. She's in her late 90s, and I love that she still draws her heart happy face and signs them herself. This was a sleepy day, so this was part of that Shine Sticker Studio weekly kit. The snuggle is real. And this is the Stationery Stockpile challenge graphic for the challenge that Daksina and I do. I have loved seeing everybody participating in those, so I hope people continue to use the hashtag. I will put our playlist up above as well if you haven't been introduced to it. Couple of blank pages except for my lettering. This has been fun to practice. Tombow Fudenosuke, the first time I used it, I thought there is no way I can control this. It just wasn't working at all, but it's been coming along. Here I just went ahead and lettered it with my mild liner brush pen as well, even bigger. It actually seems to show up better on camera than it does in person. I swatched my mild liner brush pens here, and while I do love them, some of the colors are just too light. I saw, oh, Sarah Martinez again. Hi Sarah, you're all over this video, but she uses the, I don't quite remember what they're called or maybe how to say it, the Sailor Shikiori. Anyways, a Sailor brand brush pen. Whew, got that out. And it has some beautiful deeper colors, so I'm thinking of trying that. I do have some Tombow colors that are beautiful, but the Tombow brush pen is too long and flexible for me. I can do okay hand lettering with it, but it always has to be really big. So I'm thinking I have a lot of brush pens and I probably don't need any more, but I will be keeping an eye out. Another real simple quote page, "What good is warmth without cold to give it sweetness" by John Steinbeck, and really apt. We've been having a very cold spell, so my hands are all kind of red and cracked. That's why. My Koi watercolor swatches. I love that crinkle. These were some busier spreads, a little too busy for my eye if I'm being honest, but I love flipping through these. This is my grandma's writing on her calendar from last year. Inauguration Day. This is what they call losing lettering chicken, but luckily it was on the left-hand page, so I could just continue right over and, you know, pretend it was intentional. I, like so many others, was really amazed and touched by Amanda Gorman's poem, and the Beau Studio made this beautiful graphic with a quote from it, so I've just printed that out and included it here. And here, I saw a post where someone had some writing in this direction. I'm not entirely sure who it was. I believe it was Stacy's plans, but I saw this and I was like, yes, this to me, if you've been following, when I bullet journal, I now draw a line between my signifier and the writing itself, and that was inspired by Anne's plans. And I saw that line and I said, yes, that is a huge difference maker for me. I love that so much. And when I saw writing going this way, I thought the exact same thing. I love this. I think to me, just having the difference is really, really pleasing to my eye. So yeah. I love this, and such a simple shift. All I have to do is turn the notebook. Here I was looking up some sleep hygiene information, so that was fun to use. Some stickers from a Sweet Kawaii design sticker book, I think from Michael's, years and years old. This is a Snorlax emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co., and these are some washi tapes I was gifted. I thought this was perfect with like the moon and stars, and this really nice gold foiling. On this page here, I received some Happy Mail from Wild Made Goods. She is a Canadian shop, which I love, and she makes these really beautiful window sun catchers. I was waiting for a specific design she had sneaked with a book and florals coming out of it. Anyways, it's beautiful. It's on my window. Unfortunately, the direction my window faces is not super conducive to full sunlight at the moment. But as the days get longer, I will get some beautiful rainbow prisms in the room. And right now, it's just beautiful. It still reflects light beautifully just looking at it, and it makes me happy. So anyways, it came with this kind of direction graphic, and I loved it. So I put it in here with a quote about the sun from Oliver Twist, and I just sketched this out here. I thought about watercoloring it, but I guess I never came back to it. These are some notes from a Lindsay Scribbles video. What is this? Oh, leftovers from my February setup video. So these are some of the washi tapes I'm using. And I thought that was super cute, actually. This is just a really nice looking page, and I like when it comes together like that. My affirmation, this was January's Stationery Stockpile Challenge. Nothing behind that. Another video, I exchanged some Happy Mail with a friend, so I just put in the washi tapes that she sent me and this card. And that's the 31st already. One of the things I have debated is what to do with cards that I've received, because originally my thought was to include them in here, but I think if I do that, it's going to get way too big. So I might just end up at the end of the year slipping any cards that I do keep into, you know, whatever covers I have my cousin Avec in, and just store them that way. The last thing I wanted to show you is there are some blank note pages. So I have saved this article since last year, March 2020, from Real Simple, and it's called I Have You Now, and it's honestly this beautiful and poignant and heartbreaking article about your pets getting older, and it just really spoke to me. Desi's getting older, and I love this. Every time I read this article, it makes me cry. I cannot lie, but I really wanted to keep it. So I had a lot of fun doing this watercolor plopping background. I followed one of Amanda's at Birdrow Journals. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it. I've never said it out loud, I realize, but I will link her in the description box below. But anyways, it came out better than any water plopping I've done so far. I mean, I covered a bunch of it up with the article, but I do love the background, and I love having this in here. I will link this article if I can find it online, because I do think it's beautiful, and just be aware that it does talk about, you know, pets aging or getting sick and grief, and also just love for pets really shines through. So I'm going to choose some of my favorite pictures of Desi to put in here, because he's just such a little ham. Oh, I don't know if that's true. That's not true. He's just always sleeping in such cute positions. I have hundreds of pictures of him to choose from, so I will have fun doing that. And that's how my cousin's been going so far. It's coming together in the way that I wanted it to. I always knew that I would have blank pages, and I'm totally fine with that. But I do really like the kind of scrapbooky feel of it. I like including things like this, having the crinkly pages, and I do like the kind of memory keeping overview of my weeklies. I don't do these every night. I will usually do my gratitude every night, although I do think that's something that might change. I will keep you posted if it does, but otherwise I'll usually sit down midweek and do a bunch at a time, or even on the weekend and go ahead and fill it all in. I really like it. It's fun. I already have these notes in my bullet journal, and while I don't love repeating them on the same day, like writing the same thing in two spots pretty much, I do enjoy on the weekend when it feels like just creative time to pull out, you know, all my stickers, some washi tapes, some kits, and take my time and have fun with it. If you're in the Cousin for the first time this year, or any new systems, I would love to hear how they're working out for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.